guys, it's Carol and Toby. How are you doing? I am doing good. I have an update about my glasses or my eye exam. Uh, since you told me I don't need to get new glasses right now unless I just wanted some, uh, I'm not getting glasses at the price they are. But several of you told me about an online place you can order glasses really, really, really cheap. So I'm going to try that to have a backup because I am so blind. If these were to break, I can't see a thing. And so I want to back up here. This place is called Zinnie, I think. Zinnie, maybe? Yes, yeah. So I'm going to try that and I'll let you know how that works out. But anyway, you know the story about me calling Humana and telling them that vision place charged me $70. And so a lady from the insurance company called the vision center. And they are going to refund me the $30 for the refraction because my insurance actually does cover that. The problem is I still have, I paid the $40 deductible. I'm still out that because my diagnosis was cataracts. And so cataracts is a medical issue. So they have to file that on through the medical part, not through the vision insurance. It's two separate things. And so because they put down cataracts as the reason for my visit, I have to pay the $40, but that's okay. That's okay. But I will get the $30 back, so I'm happy about that. Evidently, if she had just put down regular eye exam or something, then it would have been paid for. But I was told that Medicare does pay for checkups for cataracts. So maybe that'll all work out. I haven't checked into that. That's been too crazy a day. When I'm sitting here on my couch, right there is my patio door, and it's all glass. And so I can see out on my patio, and the parking lot is just right there. And so I can see everybody coming and going. And early this morning, well, not early, like 9 o'clock, I saw a police car go by. We don't have police here hardly ever. Go by, and so I wondered what he was doing. And then in a little while, here came another one. And then another one. And then, before it was all over with, I saw a total of 5. I don't know how many were here. Because I'm on the opposite side of where the trouble was. They had a tip that a runaway teenager was in one of these apartments. And so they found her and they arrested the woman for harboring a runaway. And while they were working on that, I guess they had, I don't know how it happened. Anyway, while they were working on that, somehow another car came and was having an argument with a person here. And they fired a rifle at that person. They missed and hit their car door and took off. But they caught him. Actually, when they arrested him, what he had was a BB gun that looked like a rifle. But still, they showed a picture on the news of the hole in the car. It made a hole big enough to go through that car door. One time, a long time ago, when my oldest son he was born in 84, so he's 37. He'll be 37 this year. When he was a little boy, I had to work, and so they were latchkey kids after school. And We lived just a couple of blocks from their elementary school, so they would walk home, and I had Becky is 6 years older than the youngest one, so she was old enough to watch them by this time because my son was in 5th grade when this happened. Anyway, it wasn't the best neighborhood. It's what I could afford. And the neighbors next door had a son the same age as my son, and she also worked, but she had a nephew babysit her kids because she had 3 or 4 kids too. Well, when my kids would come home from school, they would, get a snack, and then they would ride bikes. Which nowadays I can't believe. I just let them take off riding bikes in the neighborhood. It's a wonder they all weren't kidnapped. But anyway, this one day, my son was out riding his bike, and he came up. We had a driveway in between the neighbor's house and mine, and he came up in the driveway on his bike, and he stopped there, and the babysitter, the guy babysitting next door, was in their backyard. We all had chain link fences, so you could see right in the yard. And anyway, my son was on his bicycle, with one leg up on one pedal up high and the other one down lower, and that kid shot him with a BB gun. The babysitter next door, who was a teenager. And then he told my son not to tell anybody, or he would hurt us. And so my son didn't. And that night we were going to a marching band contest, or else it was a football game, and we were going to go to watch the band. My oldest daughter, well, both Becky and Casey played trombone in the band. Casey didn't get to do it very long before she had to go on homebound. But anyway, we were going to the stadium to watch the band, either at halftime or a contest, I forget. But you had to walk up a really steep incline to get to the bleachers. Toby's digging a hole to China in my couch. And my son, I had the 4 kids, and this son was lagging behind, and I kept saying, "Come on, what are you doing? Come on." And he said, "My leg hurts." And so I asked him, "What's wrong with your leg?" "Oh, I don't know. My leg just hurts." Okay. He didn't seem too upset about it. He just told me his leg hurts, and he couldn't tell me why. And so I guess I just thought it was growing pains or something. Anyway, the next morning, I was off on Saturday, and I was gathering up the dirty laundry, and he had a pair of brand new jeans, and I picked them up, and it was checking pockets and stuff, and there was a hole in his brand new jeans. It looked like somebody had taken a hole punch, because it was a perfect hole. I mean, perfect edges. And I said, "What'd you do to your new pants? How did you make this perfect hole in them?" And he said, "Maybe I caught them on a wire." And I told him, "No, if you caught them on a wire, it wouldn't be this perfect. What did you do? Did you have a hole punch and punch a hole in it somehow?" No. Finally, he said, "Maybe I got shot." And I said, "Yeah, maybe you got shot." And I just thought that was absurd. And he said, "Well, actually, I did get shot." So I made him show me his leg. Sure enough, in his calf, there was an angry red wound. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe my child got shot in our driveway. And he told me what happened. And so I called their dad, and he came over, and we called the police. And because I was mad that would happen, somebody would shoot my child. We knew it was a BB gun. I was angry that somebody would shoot my child with a BB gun. And so I called the police. And this police officer came out and took the report and took care of that neighbor, the babysitter. And I said, "I know it's just a BB gun, but I still want to file the report because I just can't believe this happened. And he said, don't say it's just a BB gun. He hit your child's leg that was on the up pedal. If it had been a couple of more feet up and the BB went through his heart, he'd be dead. Don't say it's just a BB gun. That terrified me. We had more trouble at that house. The man that lived across the street from us was a peeping Tom. Becky and Casey shared a bedroom. That was their window faced the side street. He was caught crunched down under the window, peeking through the mini blinds. Someone tried to steal our car while we lived there, but it was an old Junkard and very temperamental. You had to start that thing 5 or 6 times to get it to go. Well, in the night, someone tried to hotwire it, evidently, and they couldn't. They didn't know you have to do it at least 6 times. They got it. I parked way up in the driveway. They got it like almost to the street. And I guess it had died so many times they just gave up. But they took a screwdriver and crammed it in where the key goes. So that weren't all of that. But we thought, yeah, they just didn't know. You got to keep trying. It'll start eventually. What else happened at that house? I mean, something was always going on while we lived there. But anyway, that was our excitement for the day. We had police all over the place here. And I found out about my eyes. I have to pay the $40, but that's okay. Oh, they're outside. Because of a friend, I was able to go to Lowe's and buy some plants. I got purple petunias and pink petunias, and I'm going to put them all in a big pot. That's about all. I mean, Lowe's didn't have what I wanted. I wanted moss rose, and I wanted lantana, and I wanted verbena. They didn't have any of those things. I don't know if everybody's already bought all their bedding plants or they just don't have a good supply, but I'll go to a greenhouse in a day or two and see what we can find out there. But anyway, I'm going to have a big pot full of purple petunias and some pink ones mixed in. And at least part of them are wave petunias. Now, I read about those that they trail down and they bloom from spring till fall just profusely. So I hope mine will. I think it's just going to be beautiful. I love purple and I love pink. So if they only came in turquoise, I'd be really happy. But anyway, I'm going to put them all in one big pot. And then I have morning glory seeds to plant. I tried to find 4 o'clock seeds. There were no 4 o'clock seeds. Oh, the seeds were way picked over. But I did get some bachelor buttons that I'm going to plant. And so I'm going to get my petunias planted tonight. And then in the next day or two, I know my grandkids want to go to the greenhouse. They like to. There's a huge greenhouse here that's just wonderful. They want to go with me. So we'll go find us some moss rose and verbena and something else. Oh, snapdragons. I wanted snapdragons. I always have a good luck with snapdragons. So anyway, I got to buy purple petunias and some pink ones. It's going to be beautiful. I don't know anything else. It's been hot today. I have no idea what our high was, but it's 8 o'clock at night and it's still 78 degrees. It just seemed hot all day to me. Or else I'm going through menopause again. I know that's not possible. But for the last couple of days, I have just been so hot. I've been miserable. And I've had the air conditioner on today. Okay, I don't know anything else. It's just been one of those days when we had a lot of stuff going on. But nothing really to tell you about. I will talk to you another day. Let me know what's going on in your life. You have a drive-by shooting at your house? I tell you. And this is a nice neighborhood. This is a nice apartment complex. When the maintenance man came to see if my kitchen sink was okay, draining okay, because the lady above me, her sink is plugged up. And I told him, no, I've just been doing dishes in it. it was working fine. And I asked him then, that's when I had seen the first police car. And he said something about a runaway. And okay. And then the police cars just kept coming, kept coming. They were here about 3 hours. um, but anyway, I don't have plumbing problems, thank goodness. And life is good. I don't know anything else. I'll talk to you another day. Bye-bye.